In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the power steering fluid reservoir on your Nissan Armada located under the hood of the vehicle. Let's get started. To get better access to the reservoir, we're going to be removing the battery. Let's remove the negative terminal. Using a 10mm socket, go ahead and loosen it. Do not take the nut completely off. Wiggle the terminal out and move it to the side. Next, we can do the positive terminal. We're gonna go ahead and flip this up, and that's gonna reveal the 10mm nut that we're also gonna be loosening up. Go ahead and loosen the nut. Do not take it completely out. Wiggle the terminal and take it off. Move the terminal to the side, and now we can remove the battery tie down. Using a 10mm socket, we're gonna go ahead and loosen both of these. Do not take the nut completely out. Now we can go ahead and unhook it from the bottom, simply slide it and move it to the side. We're gonna be doing the same on this one. Now that it's loose, go ahead and grab onto the battery tie down and slide it out. Now grab the battery and take it out. Next up, we're gonna be removing the engine cover. If you notice, it's gonna have two 10mm bolts right in the front. Using a 10mm socket, go ahead and remove those. Once you remove the bolts, you can simply grab onto the cover and slide it up. And you want to pull towards your way. Just like that. Now we have access to the reservoir. We're gonna start by opening it. Simply pull up on the lid, move it to the side. And before we remove the reservoir, we need to extract this fluid. In this case, I'm gonna be using a fluid extractor to pull the fluid out. We're gonna try to get as much as we can out of it. In this case, I'm gonna be putting fresh fluid after we install the reservoir. If you wanna keep your fluid, you can always put it in a clean container. Next, we're gonna grab a rag and just wipe off any excess fluid that might have leaked. We can go ahead and reinstall the lid. And now we're gonna go ahead and remove the two hoses that are connected on the bottom. For that, I'm gonna be using a pair of needle nose pliers, and we're gonna be squeezing on the clamp. Once you squeeze, you simply move it down. We're gonna be repeating the same process on the one that's next to it. Before we disconnect the lines, even though we extracted the fluid, there may still be some in it. So what I like to do, I like to put a rack underneath it. You're just gonna go ahead and wedge it in between the lines. And what that's gonna do is, it's gonna collect anything that may or may not still be in the reservoir. Next up, I'm gonna be using a pry tool to just help me pry down those hoses. Go ahead and put it on and simply just slide down. And as you can see, there was still some fluid in. That's the reason why we put the rag on. We're gonna be doing the same thing on the other line. Now we can go ahead and remove the reservoir. For that, I'm gonna be using a flathead screwdriver. And all you need to do is just wedge it in between this little bracket, push back on it, and now just simply lift up on the reservoir. Just like that. Here's the old one. With the reservoir out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and remove the racks that we previously installed. This was just there to soak some of the fluid that might have came out. With the reservoir out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and spray some brake parts cleaner to help us clean the area. When you do this, make sure you don't get any of the brake parts cleaner inside the hoses, so just work your way around it. With a clean rack, go ahead and wipe off any excess fluids. Install the new reservoir. The first thing we need to do is remove these two caps. Just one of them, and now we need to remove the other one. I'm gonna use a pair of needle nose pliers just to help me. Now we're ready for installation. The first thing we need to do is just slide it in place the same way the old one came out. Make sure you bottom it out. And now we can reinstall the hoses. And now we're gonna repeat the same process with the other one. Make sure you bottom it out, and now reinstall the clamp. Just like that. Now we can go ahead and fill up the reservoir. If you notice on the side of it, there's gonna have 4 lines. One is gonna say cold minimum, cold maximum, hot minimum, and hot maximum. In this case, because the vehicle is cold to the touch, we're gonna go ahead and refill it to the cold max. So go ahead and open the cap. Go ahead and put the lid on. Make sure you take a look and check for leaks. And now we're ready to install the engine cover. Now we can go ahead and install the engine cover. The first thing we need to do, we need to line up the cover with these 2 studs in the back. You're gonna see the grommets right on the lid. Go ahead and do that. You can line it up. Once you have it lined up, go ahead and push towards the back of the vehicle to lock it in place. Just like that. Now go ahead and install the 2 10mm bolts. Now simply snug them up. Do not over tighten these. Let's install the battery the way it came out. Now we're ready to install the battery tie down. We just want to make sure we pay attention to the top of it. If you look, there's going to be an arrow. You want the arrow to face the front of the vehicle. So go ahead and slide it in. We're going to go ahead and hook up the front the same way we took it off. Just like that. We're going to be doing the same in the back one. Now go ahead and get them snug. Do not over tighten, it will cause damage. Now we can push this down. We're gonna do the positive terminal. Slide it in. Make sure that you bottom it out, and now we're gonna get it snug. Do not over tighten it, it will cause damage. Go ahead and close the lid, and let's move on to the negative terminal. Go ahead and install it. Make sure that you bottom it out, and now we can get it snug. Do not over tighten it, it will cause damage.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.